Hey guys, welcome to another episode of BeawCast.
Cinco, Domingo.
Brought to you by caffeine.
My faves.
Yeah, we kind of started later today because I was waiting for my freaking Postmates. I sound like I'm fucking so entitled. I was waiting for my fucking Postmates to bring me my fucking coffee and it just wasn't coming. Bitch. No, but that's literally what happened.
I was waiting for my Tempur-Pedic bed to go back to its normal shape for me sleeping on it from last night.
Oh my God.
I was late on it.
I hate when that happens.
I hate you guys.
I love you, and you're.
Why
hearing,
is Gina on here? I want to know.
Why am I on here?
And you're hearing the voice of my sister from another Mister.
Hello.
Miss Gina.
Hi.
I don't know any AKAs for Gina.
There's Gina Cochina. There's that.
Yeah.
You guys call me that.
Villain. No.
Villain? Was there a super villain? My old gamer tag? Man,
Yeah.
I haven't said that in so long.
That's a pretty cool gamer tag.
Thank you.
It's a super cool tag.
Thank you. I'm so glad to finally be on the show after like 12 seasons. I'm so glad that you guys finally decided to invite me as the last person ever to...
I'm just going to use the excuse David uses all the time because I've yet to be on his. Have you been on?
I have twice.
Damn, twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you win. You see, you win.
Huh?
Yeah, you win.
Yeah, I won. See, wait, like it was a deep one too. We cried. We got in our feelings together. Yeah, it's a really important podcast. Probably the most important one I've ever been on, and the only important one I'll ever be on.
Okay, wait at this. Hey, bitch.
Yes, finally.
Not even this
finally
one.
A podcast.
I don't give a fuck about this one.
Oh, okay, sorry, not Hey Bitch one though.
Wait at this. Hey, bitch. That's fucked
Gina
up.
plugs Hey Bitch so much on this podcast. I'm so glad Gina finally dissed it a little bit.
Dude, yesterday's episode was wild.
And now it's another plug. God.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's another plug.
It's the one about fantasies, right?
And kinks, dude. My friends were messaging me. They're like, "Oh my God, I shouldn't have listened to this one." I'm like, "I told you. Sorry."
Oh, that's
Shit.
nice. I was just telling you off camera that I don't watch any of my friends' stuff.
Yeah, me neither.
I can't watch any of their stuff. Well, let's get into it. All right.
I hold Steve's position on that too.
What is it?
So Steve says he can't watch his friend's stuff because he's going to lose respect for his friends.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times when I meet someone, I'm like, dude, this guy or this girl's so cool. I watch the content. I'm like, you're so fucking cheesy. I like you in real life better than videos.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those.
And not that our friends have that. Okay, we all have that.
Our
I
friends,
can't even watch my own shit.
Our friends are more minimal,
Yeah.
you know?
No, but we know, but like even for our own, I can only speak for myself, but on my own channel, there's some shit that I've said where I'm like, I would not react that way if the camera was not on. Cause I'm trying to like not be fake ever. I'm never trying to be fake, but I'm also like sure, I'm 100% sure you guys are not prepared for the bitch me.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, but I mean, like, imagine that, though. Like, if you guys were to meet me and then you go to my channel, I'm like, hey, guys, today I'm going to prank my friends. And it's just like, dude, I would kill myself if I watched my own videos
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, don't kill yourself. I love you.
But pranking someone also requires too much work, and I don't think you could do that from your bed.
It also requires...
Hey, you get off her back, all right?
I'm not on her back.
But it also
Only in a brotherly way.
requires... Pranking your friends also require having friends, though. So I already eliminated that chance.
I see.
What the fuck? What am I? Sister from another mister. Yeah. Oh, God.
You're a host, is what you are.
At least you added this in there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
The reason why I wanted to bring you on today, yes, it was later than what we expected it to be, but to be honest with you,
To be honest.
I'm not even in charge of this channel.
Okay.
This is Bart's baby.
So it's Bart that I yell at.
Yeah.
So it's really, we should change
okay.
it to Bartcast?
yeah,
Bartcast?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because
we
it'd
just-
probably be way more successful as named Bartcast instead of BeawCast.
Yeah, well, not more successful than Hey Bitch. Another plug.
Oh, hey, bitch.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to get at? What are we doing here?
I'm just following your lead. Why the hell do we have Gina here?
It's so hard because like it's hard to be on a podcast with your friends because they know everything about you already.
It is
like,
hard.
I don't know what else I can possibly tell you guys.
Yeah.
Besides like how many wrinkles I have in my butthole or something.
I already saw that.
Yeah. See, like it's
How many do you have? I don't know.
About like 16 and a half. One of them didn't really grow properly.
Yep.
Some weird stuff happened in the womb.
16?
That half
and a
one's
half?
really cute though.
Yeah. That
I
one-
thought you would have like 70.
No. I moisturize.
Yeah, she's Asian.
Anti-wrinkle.
Oh.
Hello?
She's been taken care of. Yeah, so that's the reason why you're not here. But I actually invited you. I went out of my way because I'm like, what's happening? Why are we not inviting Gina? So I personally invited you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so stop talking your shit.
All right, cool. Okay, so Bart, what's your excuse?
No, I was just wondering why she has the authority to invite people on Bartcast. That's my shit. I don't know. I'm like, all right, I'm still trying to like figure that out.
All right, BartCast, what would you like to talk about then?
Well, I don't even want both of you guys here. But both of you guys just showed up somehow.
Do you want me to leave?
No.
You can do your own thing. We can hang out in the back somewhere.
Yeah, we could just do our own. Should we just go to our podcast?
Yeah, on the other side, we'll just start an episode by ourselves. We'll set it up ourselves. We don't care.
No, but I wanted to bring you on because I fucking love you. Right?
Me too.
And I really look up to you. I admire you. I love like your personality. I love your outlook on life. Whoa, what the fuck is that?
This here.
Oh. I hope you guys didn't hear that. There was
They probably did.
God damn it. Sorry guys. I don't know. Some metal and metal that's a good catch. Yeah. And yeah, I just love you as a fucking person.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I love you too. It's so cool. Like, it's like a weird feeling. I know we've been friends for years, but there's also a part of me that still fangirls over like our cast.
What do you mean?
As in, like, whenever I see you guys do something, I'm like, oh man, you guys are so cool. I want to be like you one day. I can't believe they're my friends.
I did that about you. You were just at Facebook playing in their like gamer division. And shit.
Yeah, that's right. That was really fun.
But Facebook still doesn't want to give you a fucking check mark on Instagram.
Yo, all right, hold on. Let's talk about this really quick. All right, let me tell you how angry I am, okay? So I've been streaming video games on Facebook for like the last year and a half. And for those of you who don't know, Facebook owns Instagram, right? And I was one of 5 people in the world authorized to stream video games on Instagram Live.
Did you guys hear that? In the world.
Yeah.
One of
5.
Wow.
In the world.
Wow.
To be able to stream video games on Instagram. Like, they cleared my account. I can stream. So my stream went from Facebook to Instagram Live.
That's
and
sick.
I can talk to everyone on Instagram Live.
Wow.
And they still won't verify me on Instagram. Like, every time I apply, it says, try to grow your following more. I'm like, bitch, what
I never even got that. Mine is just like, nope.
There's
Really?
people with like 6,000 followers that have a check mark.
Exactly.
And
That's
the reason why
crazy.
I care to get verified is just because when I'm trying to like work with other people or collab and stuff, like I want you to know that you're really talking to me.
Yeah.
Not that I have that many accounts.
What would you
probably
rather
way
have
more.
though? Would you rather have like 50,000 with a check mark or what you have now, 0 check mark?
What I have now is 0 check mark.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
See?
It took
It's
too
not
long to
that
build that.
bad.
Says fuck a fucking guy with the check mark.
How? He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't even appreciate it.
I set up that alley-oop to compliment myself and she did it for me.
But you said compliment, so it kind of went away.
God
Myself.
damn it.
You almost had it, but you said compliment.
It's the British pronunciation.
Good.
All right, Bart. So what do you want to know about Gina? Because I literally know everything about her.
Yeah,
like
pretty
literally everything about her. Some
From,
shit
like-
I don't even want to know.
Yeah. Mentally, emotionally, physically.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I know a lot about Gina too.
What do you know about her?
I know Gina does Gina things. Oh, I got a question for you.
There we go.
So,
What the fuck? Okay, I put this timer on a long time ago. It's just, I'm so sorry.
why are you so opposed to leaving the house and getting the sun? So, like from the time that I've known you, you're a huge homebody, and I think the only times I see you leave the house is when you're doing like events or you're going to hang out with friends or those type of things.
Yeah.
But and I think you also take comfort as being a homebody. For me, I'm someone that if I stay home for too long, I get cabin fever and I got to go out and do something. What makes you go, I'm just going to be in bed all day?
I think what caused it was because I had a super, super extremely social life starting from like my teen years all the way to like my mid 20s. So, I started go-go dancing and like all these nightclub stuff or whatever since I was like 18, right?
Yeah.
So that's like every weekend going out, super loud music, tons of people. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Because like you get to know everyone and like you meet everyone in the fucking world. And then like traveling, had to go to this event, that event, meeting fans. And then like I do meet and greets and those last forever. And I just like, I'm constantly on talking all the time,
Is my
right?
phone going off?
It might be Nadim's.
It's not mine.
I think it's Nadim's phone.
So it's like every weekend, like
Yeah.
3 days a week. And then during the day, like I'm going to meetings and I'm talking to people and I'm filming and
Wait,
stuff
hold
like
on
that.
a second.
Whose fucking phone is that?
Can you turn it off, please?
Wow, this is the most unprofessional podcast I've ever been in, and I'm never coming back.
This is what
ever.
happens when Hey Bitch.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
when
embarrassed.
2 casts of Hey Bitch is on the podcast.
I've been on the Hey Bitch podcast, and they are way more professional, and they have snacks, and the
I'm
phones
so
never
sorry.
go off. Okay,
I'm so sorry. I'm so ashamed. Can we fix the Bart fucking cast? Can we fix the Bart
You're
cast?
the one that ruined it.
Okay.
Okay, so going back to you meeting and greet fans all the time,
Yeah.
going out, go dancing.
Yeah. So like that, and then it's like, and I do events. events, and there's like hundreds of thousands of people at events. And then so after that, after all the loud music and the people, whatever, I just want to go home and just like shut the fuck up for like a week, you know?
Chill out,
and just completely chill out.
Because you're overstimulated.
Completely overstimulated. Yeah. I'm one of those people where like I call it my social meter, and like, you know, it's up there and then it keeps on getting drained, and then when it's empty, I need to just recharge for like 2 weeks, and then I'll go out and do my thing, whatever, again, and then I go back home. And it's just like, I don't like, oh god, this sounds so shitty. I don't like going out unless I'm like traveling the world.
I noticed that. It's either like I don't see Gina for 2 weeks and then you're like in another country. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Because nothing in my backyard, like LA, whatever, appeals to me. Like, I think.
Have you been to Sprouts? Sprouts looks pretty tight.
So fast. How do you come up with shit so fast?
I don't know. Sprouts is a pretty like unique looking place.
Oh, he's the first thing that pops up in his head.
I don't know. That was good. Good job, baby. That was funny.
I have.
What is this, like a comedy class?
She's so proud. Good job, honey.
Okay. Fuck you, Bart. Fuck you right now.
Whoa.
You know why? Okay, so we're on fucking JK
what is
News.
this now?
Sorry to interject. We're gonna fucking have some fun.
Now you sound like a white wife.
Oh hell yeah, mom and dad are fighting.
Robert.
Let's do this.
Like,
I said Bart.
I know you call me by my first name.
Okay, this is why. Huh. So you're confusing, okay? Because we filmed JK News, and at the end of the day, he's like, Mama, how come you weren't laughing at my jokes? I tried really hard to make you laugh, and like you just weren't listening to my jokes.
So cute.
Like Steve heard my joke, Tim heard but you didn't hear my joke.
Don't remind me.
And right now, I'm complimenting his joke because it was
I just
good.
want you to laugh. I don't want you to grade it like you're a school teacher.
What? Okay, fine.
Good job. Like, that's what you're doing, and that's why.
I'm trying to really show him that I'm trying.
Imagine you're giving me a blowjob, right? If it feels good.
Yeah, let me imagine that, baby. Hold on.
Oh, you want me to moan, right? Oh, that feels so fucking good.
Yeah.
You don't want me to go, A+, baby.
Good job, honey. Like, just reach down. Oh, I like that a lot.
Extra credit.
That's so weird.
But if you were like, wow, babe, is that a new move? Where'd you learn? That is good. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So I guess I do want that.
Okay.
Well,
now I know.
So that's where that came from.
Okay.
So speaking of blowjobs, have you ever given a blowjob to a guy who likes pain?
No.
What?
Dude, I was just thinking about it.
Oh, I was just doing it, and I realized.
I was thinking about this guy that I was seeing in the past, and he's really hot. He's like, and then we were talking about like what we were into. He goes, dude, when I'm
nice flex there, by the way.
Huh?
He was really hot.
He was really hot.
Yeah, good flex.
He's a really good looking guy. And he told me, he was like, yeah, when I'm about to bust, you can like beat the fuck out of my balls or like bite down on my dick. Like when my dick is in your throat, just bite down as hard as you can. I was scared. I was like, I mean, yeah, I'm down. I'll do whatever you want, but really though? And then like I was like testing it out, dude.
Were you like, it was like gum? Like I don't know.
Dog. Like straight up like bite all the way down.
You bit as hard as you could?
Yeah. And he was all about it. I was like, man, this is...
Oh my, did he bleed?
No, not at all. I know, isn't that crazy? I had no idea like guys were like that, and then I met one.
No,
I was like,
not all guys.
Well, some guys. Yeah. Sorry. But yeah, that shit was fucking wild. This should have been a Hey Bitch story. Follow us at Hey Bitch.
Yeah. Stop it right now.
Fucking damn it.
Anyhow, so that's why I'm a homebody, because I don't want to be biting dicks and all. Because after a while, I'm just like, I'm too like I have everything that I want at home. I have my cat. I have my video games. If I want to talk to people, I can call them up. I have the safety of my house because I see so many stories of people going outside and getting killed and shit. And
that nice scares you? Stuff like that scares you?
Stuff like that scares me in certain places, like China. I'm not going to China.
Yeah.
Because like,
I mean, like in your own backyard.
Yeah, because you don't live in China.
Yeah.
Like in LA, does that scare you?
No, that's fine. I mean, like it's just my excuse of like, oh, that's why I don't go outside.
Okay, but you're not really like paralyzed by that.
No. I'm not scared of it. It's just like there's nothing in LA that impresses me anymore. Like I don't want to go anywhere.
Wow.
Like except for Sprouts, because she says bit to Sprouts.
yeah. You don't knock Sprouts yet, okay? Don't knock it till you try it.
It's too expensive, damn it. But if it's something like my friends invite me, like, yo, we're gonna go do this thing, then I'm down.
Yeah, you're a down ass hoe for sure.
So if it's like someone's event, whatever, I'm gonna come. But like I'm not gonna wake up in the morning like, I'm gonna go hiking. You know, like it's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could relate because I think, or were you going to say you're going to go to a sponsor?
Yeah, I was actually.
go
I'm so
ahead.
sorry. Yes, I'm going to introduce our first sponsor.
Okay, cool. I bet they're awesome.
Okay, so our first sponsor is brought to you by Skillshare. And I know if you've been listening to us, which I hope you have been, you already know what Skillshare is. But for the newbies out there, Skillshare is an online learning community of thousands of amazing classes covering dozens of creative and entrepreneurial skills. So I know a lot of our listeners have already graduated high school and probably already have a family, and you're probably even thinking, well, what's next for me? Like, I hate my job. I'm not happy with what I'm doing. But then going back to college can be very costly right now. You might not even get the classes that you want. And who's got that kind of time? So Skillshare is the perfect tool for you guys because you can learn literally anything. And you're not learning it from like Joe Schmoes that you don't know what their credentials are.
Fuck Joe Schmo.
Yeah, you're learning it from people that have degrees. They have they've
Proven track record with proven companies.
yes.
Yeah. Like Stance Socks.
Yes, absolutely. So I've talked about how like I was taking classes for my online. I was taking classes for home decor. I even looked up photography because there was like this stint of time where I'm like, actually in high school, I took a lot of photo classes and stuff. And then, you know, life just happened. And that was one of the first things to go because I'm like, I got to focus on my career. I got to focus on the future. But now I'm like, damn it, I wish I would have stuck with it. But luckily with Skillshare, I can go back into this and I can take courses for just beginning.
For anything.
Yeah, for beginning photography or editing photos.
Or if you're like a 90-year-old grandma still using the abacus, you can learn how to use spreadsheets. You can learn how to do accounting. You could do any. So even if you love your job, but nowadays I see a lot of job listings, and it's not just video editor. It's like video editor with Photoshop capability. It's like people wear so many hats now that I think to even make you competitive at the workplace, it's just good to have more skills.
Yeah, and I mean, it just keep getting wrinkles in your brain, like keep developing yourself. And for all of our listeners right now, so go ahead and join the million of students already learning on Skillshare today with a special offer just for y'all. You guys are going to get 2 months of Skillshare for free. That's 60 days of free Skillshare for you guys. That's right. Skillshare is offering BeawCast listeners 2 months of unlimited access to thousands of classes for free. To sign up, go to Skillshare.com/Beaw. That's BEAW. Again, go to Skillshare.com/Beaw to start your 2 months now. Last time, it's Skillshare.com/Beaw. BEAW.
60 days is enough time to drop the abacus.
Absolutely.
And be good at something else.
Yep. And we're back. Thank you so much.
We're
They
black.
were awesome. Holy crap.
Yeah, you called it.
That's a really good sponsor. Holy shit, man.
Bart, you were saying?
Well, I was saying I could relate because I think when I first got to college, a lot of people are in their party phase. So there's like 19-year-olds trying to get into 21-year-old clubs. And then when you're 21, everyone's like, oh, I can't wait to be older. And everyone wanted to go to like the more Vegas style clubs. Like back in those days, guys wanted to like wear dress shirts and like nice shoes and like expensive denim. Like that was the thing. But I think for me, since I've been partying since I was like 14, 15, 16, 17, I feel like I got all of that out of this. Like I've already been waking up at random people's houses. I've already been selling drugs, been doing
Euphoria.
drugs. I've met
That's
people.
you.
Yeah, I already lived the Ep.40 lifestyle. I've already met people like 12 cities away that I don't even know how and became best friends. Like I've already stuffed like 12 people into a Honda Civic somehow going to like San Bernardino. Like I've already done all that. So when I went to college and everyone's like, Bart, you're so fucking boring.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. I think I'm exhausted from like meeting more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's like so available, it gets boring, you know? Like it's like the same thing as you know? Like I remember going out partying, helping my friends count out drugs so they can sell them, like just all that shit when I was like super young, and then now I'm just like fuck.
What's super young?
I was like 18 years old counting like thousands of pills in my friend's bedroom for him.
Because it doesn't seem like you did a lot of shit the way he did. It
No,
seemed like
he
you
was-
had a later, like you had like the normal start, like after high school. So in high school, you didn't do a bunch of crazy shit?
In high school, that's when I started doing ecstasy.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like 16 or 17 years old.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really nice. And then, like, I'm really glad I did because, like, he said, I got it out of my system. Because if that shit came later on, that'd be weird as shit if I'm like 40 years old and I'm drugged out. You know what I mean?
Whoa. Okay,
Oh,
wait a
okay,
minute.
sorry.
I was,
Sorry,
how old was I?
something
30? 30 when I did my first ecstasy trip?
Yeah.
But you're also very.
But you don't party.
Yeah, and you don't party, and I think you have a pretty strong mind where you didn't have addictive personality. But there's a lot of people that. So like towards the end of my high school career, I wanted to kind of like get involved in school more. So I joined ASB, and then there's like some people that had really good grades, and they looked at me like, okay, there's this freaking weird scoundrel of the underworld is part of our group, but I guess like we have to include him, and they would make fun of me and my cigarette smoking ways and whatever. And then later on when they're in college, then I hear the same people that made fun of me are the party animals.
Same, yeah.
Like they're doing like those socials where like sororities and fraternities like do hella drugs together and get smashed. And I'm just like, damn, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm done with that. I don't know, like now, like I barely even drink now. And people are like, oh my God, you don't drink at all. Like I don't like, I look like a degenerate, but
You're not. You're very
quite boring.
You are.
Yeah.
Do you get red when you drink? Do you have Asian glow?
No, she looks so
Damn.
good. Okay, so I've
looks
seen
so
this.
good. She looks even
I was
better.
mesmerized. I couldn't even believe it. So this bitch is like so ladylike. I mean, you would never guess it because she's always taking pictures with like double chins and fucking showing like opening her legs up all the time, wearing pants, and she like doesn't wear skirts and shit. Like you're
Yeah.
super ladylike. So this bitch, we went out to celebrate Jess's birthday. I'm sure you guys saw that on Instagram. If you don't, follow Gio_Antoinette.
I didn't get to celebrate Jess's
Follow
birthday.
Gina Darling. Follow Bart. Con wasn't there, so don't follow Bart.
Yeah.
I just look for the blue check mark that only I have.
That was good. That was
I
good.
hate that flex so much.
Yeah, that was good.
Do that one day.
Well, okay, we have the check marks on Twitter and on Facebook. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I had to delete my Twitter because of an apology video, but keep going.
Oh shit.
Really?
Okay. God damn it, you burn yourself. Anyway,
Hey,
so then
I'm a balanced guy, okay?
You are very balanced. Okay, so we're out there, right? Everyone kind of drinks. We were having a good time, so we're all drinking. Somehow, Gina, I don't even know how you got drunk. Gina gets drunk, right? She's not acting drunk at all. So she's walking normally, having regular conversation. She's still dancing like she's well put together. We're in the Uber riding back home. And we're singing.
I just picture her like folding origami and shit too. I'm not drunk.
At all.
This is
Like
a
you would
crime.
never guess it.
I'm a high functioning one.
She's super high, and she's
That
the
means she has
exact same.
experience.
Yeah, so she's the exact same. It got to the point where she's like, "Fuck this crowd. I don't do crowds. We're getting a table," and we're like, "Ooh, okay, cool." So she was on her A game, right?
Ooh, calling the shots.
Yeah. So we're riding back home. We're all in an Uber because we're responsible. And we're fucking singing our heart outs to Tony Braxton.
Hell
Unbreak
yeah.
My Heart.
I fucking love that song. Okay.
So we're like, Unbreak My Heart. And then she
Two
goes,
registers lower though.
right, true. Yeah. So that part, right? And then she goes like this. She goes, I think I'm gonna throw up. And then she gets
Like a
out.
cartoon. Like
Yeah.
she plugged it with the fingertip.
Yeah, she was, I think I'm gonna throw
If
up.
I can be accurate, it was unbreak my heart.
Then she gets out of the car. This bitch still looks so fucking pretty, throwing up.
I love my own hair back.
What's a pretty throw?
So
Like
she
it's a
was
nice
so-
streamlined vomit.
Like I could take pictures of this bitch, and like the angles were there. Like
She's still modeling, like-
yeah, she was like
My
throwing
ass
up.
is still sticking out. Just
Yeah, she was throwing up, and she was like, and then she would laugh, and it was a cute laugh. You know what I mean? Like that anime cute laugh,
Yeah.
that kawaii laugh. She was like, and I was like, fuck you, Gina, looking all cute when you fucking throw up. Fuck you.
What about the sounds? Was it like, you know, when I throw up, it's like,
No sound. Not one sound came out of her.
Wow.
Yeah. It was the most ladylike throw up session I have ever experienced.
wow.
Like now when I throw up, I'm going to think of you because I want to look like that.
Your
So-
throw up goals.
oh, thank you. Yeah, okay.
Girl, your throw up goals.
Thank you. Hashtag throw up goals. I think it's because so all my years in a nightlife,
Oh my
right?
God.
All my years in a nightlife, go-go dancing, all that stuff. So when I'm dancing, I have to be professional. I never drank while dancing because I was never a big drinker. And at one point, I dated the guy who owned the whole company, and I can't make
Nice
boss.
flex again. I like
Yeah.
it.
I know. Great flexes.
Yeah. And I can't make the boss look bad, right? So I have to keep my composure. And it's been like that for like the longest time. Like I've like
It seems like it.
on my 21st birthday, I was like shit-housed drunk, like puked 4 times. And you know how nightclubs have photographers and stuff, they'll come by like, hey, let's take a photo. I'm like, okay. And then my friends will see the picture the next day. They're like, were you sober? I'm like, dude, I couldn't even
remember.
fucking see anything at that point.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's one of those things, like I need to keep my composure, and I've always told myself I think the only reason why I haven't turned out to be a complete degenerate druggy alcoholic is because ever since I was young, my dad has taught me to be very prideful since like day one. Like, would you do anything to embarrass your dad? So my whole
that's so
life,
cute.
yeah. So my whole life growing up, like despite how I was brought up, despite whatever like trauma, whatever, I told myself I'm not going to be one of those people, and I'm going to carry myself as best as I can for my own dad.
Even
That's
drunk.
dope.
Yeah, right. So even drunk, I'm like, Dad, I got this, Dad.
But it's also cool that your dad's so gangster that he's not easily embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because if you had like a little bitch ass dad, like you set the bar really high.
Yeah.
Because anything that I do would embarrass you. But I think your dad, like when they're so thug, it's very clear lines of like, go ahead and get drunk. Go ahead and be a go-go dancer, but don't you dare be vegan.
Yeah.
Because you'll embarrass the fuck out of me.
My dad,
Or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so strange. Like he's been supportive of everything that I do. Like everything that I've done, he knows. So I remember one time, like 6 years later, I came home to visit him. I'm like, or I don't know where he goes. So you used to smoke cigarettes, huh? I'm like, how the fuck do you know? Because he lives in another state. And then I was
And he
like,
went like this. Here you go.
he doesn't smoke anymore.
It's on his ear.
Yeah. It's between his butt crack.
He picks it up with his one long pinky nail. And then I was sitting there, I was like, so Dad, since you know so much, do you know about my boob job? He goes, yes, Gina. Like he knows
Obviously.
everything. I don't know. Like I don't know if he pays attention to me on social
they
media
pay
and stuff like
attention.
that. Yeah. So he knows everything. He supports everything that I do. And I always tell guys that I date, like, dude, you have it so easy when it comes to meeting the parents, because like
If they're not a little bitch, I feel like if you were dating a little bitch and your dad met him, he'd be like,
Smelled it.
yeah.
oh my God.
Has your dad ever smelled a little bitch that you dated?
Yes, he's met one guy, and he looked at him. My mom had to remind him. She was like, "Be nice," because I dated a guy who worked in fashion, and he and he was wearing like nice dress shoes, and you know how some guys, they wear their pants cut up a little bit higher, and then my dad looks at my mom. He goes, "Is this motherfucker wearing capris right now?" And you're talking to a guy who still wears like chinos and everything, right?
Yeah.
And my mom's like, "Be nice." And I didn't know about this till later on, though. But yeah, my dad can smell like a little bitch from a mile away. I remember talking to my dad, and I'm like, when I was young, I'm like, I'm dating this guy, and he's like, he said that he used to run with a gang, and then my dad's like, yeah. So he's just like, no, he doesn't. I can tell. So it's like he can smell that out, and it's really sweet. Dude, let me tell you a recent story that I learned because my little brother told me, because I didn't know about this. So apparently some guy was talking shit to my dad, right? My dad owns a nail salon.
Recently?
It was a few years back, I
A few
think.
years back. What state was this in? Can you say?
So my daddy lives in Missouri.
Oh, cool.
Missouri.
My papa lives in Missouri, and he's been there for like 20-something years. So he recently found out like this guy was talking shit and whatever. So long story short, he tells the guy, yo, if you want to talk shit and you want to throw down, let's do this in front of my shop. Meet me here after work, right? So he gave him he gave him the address to the shop, and this guy rolls up with like 2 other dudes, and my little brother was there, or my older brother's there. He's only older by like a couple months. And then the story is dad threw 2 punches, the guy dropped, and the other guys didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They were too scared.
Yeah.
And then my dad pulls out a wad of cash, throws it on him, and goes, go get yourself checked out in the hospital, bitch, and then just drives off.
Damn. He
I love
owned
my
it.
daddy. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
so
awesome.
sick, right? I'm like, what the fuck? That's like cool. Like,
How can you date anyone that's not to the caliber of your pop?
right?
How can you date someone that's never been to jail?
And it's like,
I think you should just go to jail and literally look through the cells and like, this is my new Tinder.
my dad and I are sitting through like the convict website of every prison. Like, well, Dad, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Should I write to him?
Like the LA County database or something. Like, I love this dating site.
But I tell the guys that I date, like, you have it really easy in a sense where like my dad's not looking for, well, he has to be a doctor and he has to be blah, 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 blah.
It's harder for what your dad's looking for, actually.
You think so?
Fuck yeah.
In this generation, because guys just aren't as like quote unquote masculine or like
true.
Or alpha. I think it's hard.
True, that's true.
I mean, masculine and alpha that is different from what he knows.
Yeah.
There's still alphas. There's still very masculine men, but it's just different.
In what-
very
like,
different.
A different
in what way?
definition. A different definition. Because your era, her dad's era, is more like you have to prove yourself. You have to make a name for yourself.
I already feel beta compared to her dad. Like when I used to bang, right? Like I understand. So like your dad's probably 2-3 generations above me. Like the type of stories that we hear, I'm already like, damn, these guys are fucking crazy. And then it's like when you're in a gang, and then sometimes you see like, and you see like other two gangs hit each other up, and they're like hitting each other up for like 10 minutes, asking where each other's from, and you're like, hurry the fuck up and rumble right now. Like take your car, drive it into him, grab that guy's face and smash it into the hood. Hurry the fuck up. So like I could already see that. So I'm like, man, like it's in this generation when everyone's really soft, it's hard to impress her dad.
And I'm like learning all the time, like learning different stories about him. I just recently found out that all his teeth are fake.
What?
Yeah, way to put your dad on blast.
Yeah, no, he's proud of him. He
He's
loves
probably
him.
watching this like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, no, he has like full implants, and I was like, I had no
stuck in
idea.
there.
Yeah. Apparently, at one point, he got his teeth like just smashed out with a crowbar.
Oh shit.
my
Yeah.
God.
And he's like,
Why do we have you on the show?
I know, right?
know.
Dude, my dad would be dope. I would love to have him on a show, but he's still kind of like iffy. Like he's like,
About in the public eye.
well, not the public eye. The stories and everything. He's kind of like, it's a weird like. He's like, I'm proud, but also not proud of what I've done.
I
You
get
know what
that.
I mean?
Yeah, because that was his past.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to be judged for who he was.
Exactly.
Because he's grown so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed like 5 people, but that's not me.
Does he have an accent?
Very slight.
Oh, then you're wrong.
He's married to a white woman now, so his English is like pretty good now.
Oh, nice.
okay.
So like it's very.
He still says no, man. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Can't lose that.
So it's really interesting talking to him because like I see the whole like, yeah, I can do that. And then like, but I don't want other people to know. And he's told me many times, he's like, whoever you get married to, I'm afraid their parents are going to judge me. And then for me, I'm just like,
what a softie now.
he's my, yeah. And then for me, when I hear that, I'm like, I want to see them judge you and see what happens. What the fuck are you going to do?
Oh, damn.
You know?
You're already looking for a fight in the marriage.
I will fight your parents. I don't give a fuck.
She has like a list on her iPhone of shit she wants to fight about in her future marriage.
And it's like,
Can't wait till we get divorced.
I'm like,
What the fuck? We haven't got married yet.
like, I'm almost more, I would feel, I don't know how to put this, but like, compared to like, okay, yeah, my parents went to school and they became doctors, blah, blah, blah. I would be more proud of my dad who came from nothing.
Fuck
like,
yeah.
not even bottom line. It was like he was down there below the line.
Yeah.
From nothing to like sitting there wondering like, am I ever gonna make something out of myself, whatever. Like from gangbanger to business owner, 5-acre plot of land, beautiful
dope.
wife, multiple cars. Like that's a story I am most proud of.
That's the
Yeah.
American dream right there.
That's the
Yeah.
American
Yeah.
dream. Because I remember asking him, like, yo, when you were sitting there, like, did you ever think you would have any of this? He goes, never. I would have never guessed it.
Oh, man, that makes
Yeah.
me want to cry, man.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
beautiful.
So recently, I got an interesting story to tell you guys.
Well, wait.
Oh my God. But before I tell you guys, we have like this amazing sponsor, right?
Oh, my God. We have such a good connection,
Gina's so
Gina.
experienced.
Yeah. So
We
let us tell you about this sponsor because it's a good one.
Yep.
That's right, Gina. Our second sponsor is Circle. Circle is so dope. So for me, I'm a huge advocate of drinking water, but I know a lot of people have a problem with it either because of flavor. They don't like that it's flavorless.
It's boring.
Or it's boring. And so what Circle does is it comes in this proprietary, what's the right word? Proprietary water bottle. And what's really cool.
No, wait, you're making jokes. I don't understand what you're saying.
So they come with their own water bottle.
Oh, okay.
And these water bottles come with these cartridges called sips. And what's really cool is you put the sip cartridge in and you can adjust the flavor intensity. So if you want just a little bit of apple flavor, a little bit of orange, or a little bit of coffee, and you can go from 1 to 6.
Oh,
and what's
sick.
super dope about this, we all live extremely busy lives, right? So sometimes you don't have time to wash your bottle every day, but because the flavor is contained in the cartridge, when you're drinking it, the flavor only goes to your mouth. And
it never enters the bottle.
it never enters the bottle. It stays water in there, and you can use each cartridge up to 6 times.
Wow.
So I think this is super cool. This is the future, especially if you have a hard time drinking water, but we all know we need to drink water because your body is made up of 75% water.
Yeah.
So this is a great way to start drinking water, especially Gina, because I know you hate drinking water. This will be good for you. And
She's nodding yes.
And it comes with a spill-proof bottle.
Ooh.
So I know a lot of times we're talking and go wham, knocks it over.
You do it all the time.
I know, but that's why this is super cool. And right now you can get your own Circle bottle plus 2 flavor cartridges for just $5.
Nice.
Go to drinkcircle.com. That's drink and circle spelled CIRKUL.com/BEAW, BEAW. Use the code BEAW to get the Circle bottle and 2 drink cartridges for just $5. So if you've had a hard time drinking water, I think this is the perfect solution, and it's clean. They thought of the whole water drinking before, during, and after.
Yes. Thank you so much for that.
Man, that is probably one of my most favorite sponsors ever.
Yep. Mine too.
God, I hope they sponsor you forever.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So recently I went to go visit my dad, and we had like a little mini road trip, just like a father-daughter road trip.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, it was really cute. If you guys can't tell by now, I'm a huge a daddy's girl. So we were talking about like the stories of his past, and he goes, man, I remember the man that was hunting after me for the longest time. He was
hunting.
Yeah, he was head of gang task force in whatever city, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I remember that name. I remember what he looks like. His name is Mr. Calderon. And then like, just while he was talking, I decided to Google really quick. I'm like, from what city? I looked him up and I found him on Facebook. And I was like, Dad, I found him. Do you want to talk to him really quick? Because like, it's like I said, I'm so proud of my dad's story that I wanted to tell Mr. Calderon that it's like, look what, look what happened. He's so different now. Mm-hmm. And my dad's like, wait, you found him? Like, and I showed him a picture. He's like, yep, that's him. Like, I'll never forget him. So my dad's like, yeah, can you message him?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Damn. So, I hit him up. I was like, hey, Mr. Calderon, you don't know who I am, but, you might remember my dad. His name is so-and-so. This is what happened, like 20 something years ago. And I just wanted to let you know that he's changed his life. He has an incredible life now. He owns a business. He has a family. He has kids. He
just beat up a guy in front of his shop and threw money on his chest.
Threw money on him. And then like it was really cute because my dad got nervous. He's like, because this dude was such a huge pivotal point in my dad's life. And he got nervous. He kept on asking me every hour, like, did he respond? And I got a response. And then Mr. Calderon's he said, hi, Gina. Yes, actually, I remember your dad very well, and I remember that night very well. Were you the baby he was holding? And I was like,
what? It was that long ago?
Yeah. I was probably like a week old.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he's like, were you the baby he was holding? I was like, and he's like, I've always wondered what happened and whatever happened to that baby. To be honest with you, I thought at first when I came in, I thought that baby was a doll and he was faking it to get like sympathy.
Wow, I like that flex too.
Because I was so pretty and I was a doll.
Yeah, I like that flex.
I thought the doll was modeling. It was throwing up so elegantly.
I spit up.
She's like,
he's like, I remember him, and to be honest with you, I've always had a respect for him because even though we were on different sides of the law, I knew he was a very intelligent man, and he stuck by me, and he's one of my most memorable people that I've ever worked with.
That's tight.
Yeah. And to hear like the story from another point of view, how he thought I was like this fake baby that my dad was holding, how he remembers. So yeah, because I was so pretty and dainty and gorgeous and perfect. was really interesting. And I told my dad, I'm like, yo, like, and then Mr. Calderon gave us his phone number. He's like, I would love to catch up with your dad.
Oh, how cute.
Damn, that's awesome.
So I sat my dad down. I set up my camera because I wanted to capture this moment.
Wow.
Because he hasn't spoken to this man in like 20 something years, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it was really cute. My dad was nervous. I'm like, what do I say? Like, he's like kind of embarrassed of what he did in the past. Because he was young. Like, come on, like everyone was stupid as shit when they were young.
Yeah.
And my dad, and this man was like hunting my dad for so long. So they sat down and they spoke, and it was magical. Like, this was something out of a movie. Like, I cannot believe like two men, both sides, like different sides of the same coin, were talking, and they were just asking each other like, how you been?
FaceTime or like just regular?
Just on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mr. Calderon went on to become like police captain and then chief or whatever, and now he's retired. And he's like, I wrote a book, and there's a part of you about you in that book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And he's just like, I'm so happy that you turned your life around. This is why I do the things I do, because when he was younger, his brother got killed by, I guess, what I'm assuming, like
gang member. Yeah.
So that's why he decided to go and pursue law enforcement. And my dad was just sitting there. And a part of the story was Mr. Calderon came to our house because he was looking for something, and he never found it. Mm-hmm. And they tore our house apart, right? Never found it. And my dad was like, have you ever wondered where it was?
That's tight.
And then Mr. Calderon's like, it's been bothering me ever since that night.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to know. And then my dad goes, do you remember seeing a brown towel under the dresser? And Mr. Calderon's like, oh my God, yes, I do remember that towel. And then he goes,
Not that towel. Do you remember the other towel?
Yeah, okay, so that towel, okay, but then not anywhere near there. So around the corner to the back. Yeah. And then he's like, wow. And it's just like,
that's so funny because they tore up your house, but there's a fucking towel.
Yeah, they went through every dirty diaper. Like they
didn't pick up a fucking towel?
Like, it was by some miracle. So, by the way, we're not talking about drugs or anything. We're talking about Beanie Babies. We didn't find any Beanie. We were selling Beanie Babies illegally.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So he was just like, yeah, it's been bothering me for so long. Thank you for that.
I'm just picturing a big ass diamond.
Bank robbers.
That your dad just like stole a big
Ocean's
diamond.
11. My dad's part of Ocean's 11.
That's all I'm picturing this whole time.
Sure, it's a diamond. So he's like, I can't believe it, and it kind of like it settled things for both of them, And then my dad got really nervous afterwards because Mr. Calderon was like, Thank you for that information. And then my dad later on hung up. He goes, wait, what does he mean by thank you for that information? Did I just snitch? Like,
I just
didn't
confess?
Snitch. Yeah. He's like, wait, what's going to happen? I'm like, Dad, chill. It's okay. Like, you're fine. Like, thank you for the information. And thanks for letting me know that.
Like, he has closure now.
Yeah, he has closure. He goes, are you sure? Because I don't feel good about that, man.
5 minutes later, you're like, fuck.
He's like, I don't feel good about that. The way he said that, I'm like, Dad, no, it's fine. You're okay. So it's like, you can't, like, he still has it in him.
For sure.
Yeah. There's definitely PTSD from that kind of life.
Yeah, for sure. So, and it's really cute. I just found out, like, on Father's Day, they message each other, like, Happy Father's Day.
Oh, that's really cute.
It's, like, super cute.
I think it's so beautiful, the relationship that you and your papa have. But I mean, as highly as you think of your dad and as how inspirational he is to you, and just kind of seeing like where he began to where he's ended up now, that's the same way I feel about you. Cause I'm like, I know your past, I know your upbringing, and just to see that you've turned out to be so like self-driven, self-motivated, like there's no one really in your corner, and you were able to achieve so much.
What is her past? I don't even know about her past.
I don't know. That's her story to tell, not mine. But
I mean, what so your dad was active duty?
Yeah.
In the G operations. Like as a kid, did that affect your childhood growing up?
Yeah, for sure. So my dad was deployed in active duty for a long time.
Deployed to Folsom?
He was deployed for a long time. He was off doing work. You know?
Yeah, he's working.
So I didn't really meet him until I was about, God, I want to say 8. you know, and I was raised by my grandparents, and it was not a good upbringing. Like it was a very negative childhood, you know.
Your grandparents weren't nice?
No, they were not.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So
This is your mom's?
my dad's side.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is my dad's side. And then finally, you know, my dad came back from deployment. You know, he was in reserves now, and he was finally back in my life. And so I missed a huge chunk of my life with him, and it definitely did affect me. And for the longest time,
And with your mom.
with my mom too. Yeah, my mom was never really there. Also, she was off doing her own things. I was raised by my grandparents, and later on, I moved down to LA when I was like 14, and then I was always like, when you're young,
By yourself? Or?
I moved in with my mom's side of the family at this point because they were dope. Like they were way better raising me than my dad's side, right?
Why did you end up moving?
I ended up moving because of all the drama from my dad's side of the family. And one day I was just like, man, fuck you, I'm out. And I just packed everything I can in a backpack and I just left.
I see.
And I told my mom, like, yo, I need to get out of here. So she, you know, finally came to pick me up, dropped me off in LA. And that's where I've been ever since when I was 14. And like when I was young, I was like, I don't need my parents. I never needed them. I'm cool. But then as I grew older, I'm like, man, I really want to have that relationship, especially with my dad, because I know that he's a good person. I love him so much, and I never held anything against him.
Yeah.
So I started reaching out, and now we see each other all the time. And we like it's a really strange relationship. Like I've never spent, like maybe I've spent like 4 or 5 Christmases with my dad, as opposed to like every year, you know?
And Christmas meaning like a couple days or a whole week or a month?
Like a week or so, right?
Yeah.
So we're playing catch up now in our relationship.
Yeah.
And we're so close, and I'm really thankful for it. And I try to tell him every day, like, I'm so proud of you. And he's still stuck in that, like, no, I'm not a good person. I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're fucking dope, you know?
Yeah.
And I tell him every day, like, you're such a great dad. You're
But
so
I'm talking
amazing.
about you, Gina. I'm saying I'm proud of you and what
me?
you've accomplished.
And then, well, yeah, and then you know, my upbringing, yeah, like
That's amazing though,
me-
because like you didn't have like you know,
Like role models.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you didn't have that stability. You didn't. It seemed like you didn't even have close people around you that you can trust.
Or
you
even
know,
parents.
yeah.
and like for you to be like, wait, I know this isn't right. I need to remove myself. I don't know if I could do that as a kid.
At 14?
Oh.
I think I was so I was raised so like I don't know if it's innocently or just like very sheltered. Yeah, that like I wouldn't be able to recognize. Like I would just I just trusted adults.
Yeah, moving
All
across
adults.
the state is crazy. As a 14-year-old, like if I was 14,
Yeah.
So I grew up in Cerritos, right? And if like I would not randomly just go, okay, I'm moving to Sacramento. You know, it's scary as fuck.
For me to leave my front yard and walk on the sidewalk, I was like, holy shit, this is, I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Like if my parents were to drop me off somewhere, I'd be like, Yeah. But for you, you were smart and you were just like, okay, I can't trust these motherfuckers. Let me do it on my own. Like that's fucking amazing.
I think it's the thing that's like, thank you. It's one of those things where I was really, really forced to grow up really early. So one of my I don't think I've ever talked about this. One of my early memories.
Hell yeah. You can't find this on Genius, whatever.
or hey, bitch.
Genius, whatever. the fuck.
True. Good one. Good one. baby.
I'll tell more on Hey Bitch. Don't
Okay,
worry.
thank you.
Yeah, I'll make up for it. So one of my earliest memories was, so my mom has always been like she was like the OG ABG, like
Yeah, Asian baby girl.
partying all the time. Like she come on, she hung out with gangsters. You know?
Yeah.
And my earliest memory was when, like, every once in a while when I was a kid, my mom would come pick me up and take me down to LA to see my cousins and spend the summer there, right? And then there was one summer, I think I was like maybe 4 years old. She picked me up, and then halfway down the drive, it was me, her, and her boyfriend at the time. And halfway,
Oh, they've already been split. Your mom and
my parents have been split since like before I can even remember. And then it was me, her, and her boyfriend at the time, and we got tired, so we got a hotel room. And then I remember waking up in the middle of the night to screaming and yelling, and I woke up to him beating my mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Shit.
So, and what I remember this vividly, he was holding onto her wrist like this, right? And he was holding onto her, screaming at her. And I was like a little kid, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, don't hit my mom, right? So I ran over and I grabbed his arm, and he let go of her, grabbed me, and threw me against the wall.
Wow.
And then that gave her enough time to run, pick me up, grab me, and run to the bathroom, lock the doors. And then I remember, like, I wasn't crying, but I remember sitting on the toilet seat just like looking at my mom, like my legs swinging, just looking at my mom, and she's sitting with her back against the bathtub, just like sobbing her eyes out, right?
Damn, yeah.
And that's when I remember telling myself like, okay, well, I need to protect my mom from now on.
Oh.
And that's like one of my early memories, you know? I'm like, all right, well, I guess, you know, I did this early. I was able to grab her and help her earlier. So I'm just going to do that from now on. So I don't know. Like, I think in that, with what I went through with my grandparents, forced me to really grow up.
Yeah.
You know? And like, ever since then, I've been like my mom's guard dog, and I don't trust anyone that she dates and stuff like that. And I'm very, when it comes to like people who
Protective?
beat their like spouses and stuff, it's just like, dude, I will kill motherfuckers like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like I was forced to be able to take care of myself.
You've done a great job.
I try. Like I'm trying.
Because like you went into, so you've like found your own lane in every place that you've ever gone to, and you've and at least from what I've seen, because I've known you for years now, like you've remained very humble. You remain very positive. Like I've never been around you and felt like, oh, this bitch's energy is fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and
Gina
that's-
always seems positive.
Yeah. Really?
And if and if shit happens, you always have like a comedic, lighthearted way of looking at whatever's happening.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I always say, like, if I didn't learn how to laugh at things, I'd probably kill myself by now.
Same here.
Right?
Same here, yeah.
Yeah, like all the things that you've been through, you kind of just take it in stride and whatever. Like that's why a lot of people are kind of thrown off by it. Like I have this ongoing joke where I tell people like I can't date anyone that's wholesome. Like, oh, your parents are still together? This is not going to work out. Like this will only work if you have like a little bit of trauma sprinkled onto your life, you know?
Is it because you feel like they don't understand you?
They don't understand.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Like I dated a guy briefly who was like super wholesome. Didn't know, like his family was still together. Parents love each other. They have like
Two golden retrievers.
Yeah, 2 golden retrievers.
A white picket fence.
Yeah, and like
they pay
have,
their
like,
taxes.
Yeah. And like no one has like a speeding ticket, and they have family dinners every Monday.
They get a fucking smog check every year.
Give
Right?
every Uber driver 5 stars.
Yeah, exactly.
They change their air filters.
Oh yeah, I gotta
And
do
he
that.
was so wholesome. And then it was wholesome to the point where I was just like,
This is weird.
Yeah, this is really weird. I'm like, I peg you as like when it comes to sex, you're very vanilla. And he was kind of like butthurt when I said that because he didn't know anything about me. He wasn't like a fan or anything. So he's never seen any of our stuff, right? So he doesn't know shit about me. And he goes, I'm not vanilla. I'm like, yeah? I'm like, okay, prove it. Like, what are you into? And then he goes, I'm into bondage. I'm like, okay. That's nice. That's cute.
That's cute.
That's real cute.
Yeah.
You know? So I realize like I get along with people who have a little bit of trauma, and I think that's why all of us kind of get along so well.
I don't have any trauma. I'm perfect.
Oh, that's true. Fuck this bitch. I just tolerate her.
I gave her enough trauma where she.
Oh
she
yeah,
can hang out. She can
I
hang
fit
out.
in now.
Okay, it was late, but it's there.
It's here, bro.
Yeah. And I think that's why, and I think that's like the bond of all JK that I love so much. Because if you
we all got problems.
because we all got problems, you know, and that's why we get along so well. And I think a lot of people, they get kind of thrown off or don't understand us because we're so open about everything because we just really don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
And we just say whatever we want to say. So people are like, they're like, ugh, what the fuck, you know? And it's like, that's just how we are because we've been through the gauntlet that nothing really bothers us anymore, and I'm not scared of anything anymore.
Yeah.
I think you two more than me for sure, but like I look to both of you guys in certain situations, and I'm like, how would they handle this? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn because I don't know a lot of shit because I was so sheltered. But god damn it, Gina, take a fucking compliment.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Damn it.
I'm really bad at that. Have you noticed?
Yes, you keep changing the fucking subject,
Yeah.
and I'm like, girl, like you rose from the fucking ashes. You know what I mean? And like you managed to put like you did fire dancing, you did the go-go dancing, and you were young as fuck. You traveled the world. You started your own brand. Like you got into gaming, made money off of that. Then you started documenting your life on YouTube, made money off of that. Like you modeled. Like there's so many things that you've done and accomplished without the guidance of anyone, and I'm like, that is fucking amazing.
Thanks. I'm fueled by anger is what it is.
So you're also Korean too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, it's really interesting. So all that has gotten me so far, right? But now I'm at a really weird crossroads because now instead of doing like all that crazy stuff, I'm looking to do what you guys do now. So I'm looking up to you guys. Like I'm looking into businesses to invest into because I've saved like a good amount of money, and I'm just like, well, I can't do this random bullshit anymore. I want to put my money somewhere, and then like, and me, how I grew up and all that crazy shit, I never learned about like business and stuff like that. Yeah. So when I see you and like Joe and all them, I'm like, fuck, I really gotta learn and figure out what's going on. But the whole like growing up independent thing, I have a huge problem with asking for help. And then so I'm just like, so I kind of just watch you guys. I'm like, I should probably learn one day and like.
You seem like you have a really easy time. But before I even get to that, we're going to introduce our.
Is it time for another amazing sponsor?
Gina, you're on it right now,
my
girl.
God. Tell me about it. Tell me about this great sponsor.
I can't wait to tell you about it. Well, thank you, Gina. How did you guess that? So our last sponsor is actually brought to you by Hellofresh, and they are America's #1 meal kit. #1 meal kit. #1 meal kit. I don't know what's happening with my brain right now.
We just got a box in yesterday.
Oh my God. And we've been using this service. So there's seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your front door, people. And it's delivered in a box. And this box comes with ice. So let's say you're at work all day and you're not going to get home till like 8 or 9 p.m. You don't have to worry about your ingredients going wrong or bad. They think of all of that for you. So HelloFresh makes cooking delicious meals at home really easy, and it makes you comfortable in the kitchen, honestly, because I am not the biggest cooker, and I've talked about this a million times, but services like this is what has helped me get comfortable in the kitchen. That sounds like such a bad joke, but yeah, get comfortable in the kitchen and like have confidence that I can cook delicious meals.
Even for me, who I'm pretty confident in the kitchen, I like HelloFresh because it gives me new ideas in cuisines that I don't normally do.
Yeah.
So like one thing I've never done is like do panko crusted anything. And I remember we got like this fish, it was like salmon or tilapia or something, and it was panko crusted, and we didn't have to use a fryer. We used the oven, and I'm like, now I have confidence to do like crusted foods now.
Yeah, and you're like, what else can I apply this to?
Yeah.
This is easy.
Yeah.
So then you get to break out of your dinner rut with HelloFresh with 20 plus seasonal chef curated, y'all. It's not this Joe Schmo guy again coming in and trying to sell you on
this
some
Joe Schmo keep telling us stuff.
whack recipes.
Yeah.
So you get a new chef curated recipe, or it gets added every single week. So there's constant variation and variety on the website. There's something for everyone, from family recipes to calorie smart and vegetarian, and it's fun menu series like Hall of Fame and craft burgers. So for all of our, I know I love burgers. So for all of our listeners, you guys are going to get $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. $80 off. That's amazing.
That's a lot of money.
Go to HelloFresh.com/Bail80. That's BEAW80 and enter Bail80. BEAW80. So again, that's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com/Bail80, BEAW80, and enter code BEAW80. So yeah, guys, it's like receiving 8 meals for free, or you get $20 off your first 4 boxes.
That's
however you want to look at it. You're
good.
saving a lot of money.
Yeah.
Gio, that was amazing.
Did you?
I told you.
Gio, holy crap.
I told you I was going to blow your socks off.
Oh my God. I'm
Don't
all
forget
about it.
to sign up. Okay?
Yeah, I will. I'm signing up. You know what? Fuck this podcast. I'm doing
No,
it now.
no, wait, don't, no. Wait, tell us your story. What were you saying?
You have a hard time asking for help?
I have a hard time asking for help.
Oh, no, that's what I was saying. No, I feel like you're really, this is me, but yeah, probably, I'm fucking dumb too. But like I love the questions when you're like, hey, you know what? Like you asked me about vlogging. Hey, how do you guys do this every day? And I'm like, that's a dope ass question, because I don't even think I could ask that.
Oh, well, what you don't know, it took like 3 weeks of preparation.
She's like, how could you? Nah.
But she asked
I'm gonna save this Word document and come back to it later.
The moment it came out of my mouth, in my head, I'm like, stupid.
No, really?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really hard for me because I hate feeling like I'm bothering people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, I'm trying to learn to put myself out there and be like, okay, I really need to help or ask for help. And also I have people who want to help me, who care about me. You know?
Absolutely.
And that took me a lot. Like till this day, I still get Uber rides to the airport. I don't ask anyone to drive me.
Yeah.
It took like one day, my best friend asked me, she goes, you do realize you can ask me, right? And then it completely blew my mind.
Yeah, I don't like bothering people, so I always take Uber rides.
Exactly. And then my friend's like, you can ask us for help. So it's really hard.
Did you not listen to our podcast about inconveniencing your friends? Because that's what friendship is.
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's okay. I wouldn't listen to it either.
God damn it.
But listen
Which
to
episode
it.
of BeawCast was that?
It's called Inconveniencing Your Friends. But I would say listen to it. You don't have to listen to it.
It would probably help me a lot.
No, but the basic gist of it all is what's the point of a friend? Because we're right there with you. And this is something where I brought Tiff up because I'm like, Tiff is the person that's like a really great friend because she's all about, I'm going to inconvenience you so you can inconvenience me and we go back and forth. Because that's what builds the bond.
Yeah, it
so
is.
she'll be like, hey, can I come over? I miss you guys.
That's
and
awesome.
Then most people would be like, wow, what an inconvenience because I might have to, my house might be dirty or whatever. You know what I mean? Or I have shit to do. But then it's like, oh yeah, that's what friends do.
Yeah.
You know, like, would you ever be like, hey, Gina, I'm coming over?
Yeah, I would love to do that, but I hate bothering you.
That's what I mean. Right?
I've always wanted to do that
And
because I
that's
want to see the little dumbass running around. I fucking hate that guy.
But that's why Tiff is so close with so many people because she like, I don't even know if she registers that she's doing this, but that's what she's doing. And that's what's deepening the bonds and the ties that she makes with other people.
And that's what we used to do when we were younger. You know, like when like a friend is moving, it's like, oh yeah, I'll help you move. And you have time and you move and then you go grab lunch and you do whatever. But nowadays, like we're so isolated. We're like, oh, I'll hire my own movers.
Yeah.
And then now like you don't burden each other and you don't build those bonds and their bonds are only built through work. And it's not as deep as when you just randomly like go paint a house together or something like that. Yeah.
That's what I do. I always like just hire people to do my thing.
Same
and
here.
the like I've always wanted to like reach out to you guys like, hey, can I come over? Like just for fuck all, like nothing at all.
Anytime.
You know what she just said?
What?
You were there. You said it.
What did I say? What did I say?
I think maybe last month at a Hey Bitch episode. Sorry to keep playing it.
I love that podcast. What is it again?
Hey Bitch.
Oh shit, I love Hey Bitch.
Bart says. No, but during one of the filmings, she said that she recently discovered that now she's part of our group. She didn't know that she was part of our group. We took her ass to Japan. Like we would include her to so many different things. And she didn't even know that. She's like, wait, I think I'm part of the group now.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I don't like to like impose myself. You know what I mean? So like for the longest time, I was like, am I like, oh man, I'm with JK. It's fucking dope.
You're so
like, this is
dumb.
so cool. And then you guys asked me to go to Japan. I was like, oh my God, are we friends? Like it took me a long time. And then like I'll see.
Me and Joe actually have a spreadsheet of who's in our group. You know that?
Wait, are you serious?
Wait, really?
No, I'm serious.
What does that mean?
So we have a spreadsheet
I
of.
thought that was a joke.
There's
No.
like demerits of what we did wrong and they move us down.
We actually have we
grading
actually have a
scale.
spreadsheet because
What's my grade?
No, there's no grades on
Okay,
there.
Like
fine.
an Uber rating.
But there's a spreadsheet because when we plan trips, we have to know who to keep track of and all that stuff. So we have a spreadsheet there, and then also like if big money comes in, then we'll see like who's involved and like who gets bonuses and stuff like that. Because like our group, like me and Joe are very protective of our group, so it's cool to like when we like add someone in, you know, like the first like when we first added your name in, and then added like David's name in. It was like doot, 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 and it's. And then we even have like other columns where it's like, they're kind of over here. We don't know. And then like, you know, like I think recently we add like Steve in and it's just like we actually have a list of who's in our group in our mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's like a core group. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, you've been in, girl. You've been in.
Like the JK Masons.
But yeah, like I'll see like you and Tiff hanging out and then I'll be like, man, I wish I had that. But then I don't like imposing.
Yeah.
So I never like, hey, can I come over? Because for me, hanging out is I just want to come over and do nothing. Like I just want to be in your presence.
That's the
you know?
perfect way to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then also in my mind, I'm like, well, no, like they have BeawCast, they have the stupid Demon Spawn.
BartCast.
They have
Oh yeah, we got to change that sign back then.
they're moving. Like, you know, to me, you guys are the busiest people in the world. I'm like, I bet they don't even have any days off, you know? So I don't ever, like, I don't bother to bother you guys.
Yeah.
Even though, like, it's like, man, I really want to come over and say
That's
hi.
so cute. Fine, I'll bother you.
Okay, thanks.
I've been trying to really change because I I've been saying like I want to deepen my bonds with my family, my friends and stuff, and I've made strides.
You did really good this year.
Thanks, but that's one of the things where I'm like, I don't give a fuck how busy things get. Like I'm gonna if I have to plan it months in advance, I'm planning that shit, you know, and I'm gonna stick to it. And I have been, even though you canceled on our date, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I need those relationships where I can cancel and no one gets butthurt.
Yeah, no, I'm not butthurt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a real relationship.
Yeah, like those are the good ones. I can't have like high maintenance friendships. It's just I can't do shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like stuff like that, like I would have never gone out of my way because I'm just like, ooh, I don't want to bother or impose or whatever. But I was like, hey, Gina, let's go get lunch or dinner or whatever.
It's the same with like my super best friends since like high school. Like I'll see her like once every 2 months or so, if that. You know.
Yeah.
I
That's not bad, is it? Is that bad?
That's like when me trying.
Adult.
That's when I'm trying.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's just I'm so in my own little space and I don't like bothering other people that I kind of just do everything myself, and then I'll check in on you every once in a while. But like if something ever goes wrong, like if you need me, then obviously I'm gonna be there, you know?
Yeah.
But it was hard for me to accept myself into this group until I started hearing secrets and like inside talk, and I was like, oh, they trust me. I'm gonna put this on the forum online. I'm gonna talk so much shit online right now. You guys don't even know. Do you know how hard it is to not defend you guys sometimes online when people say shit? Like,
yeah, no.
Oh my god! Like
I don't even defend myself.
Really?
Yeah, me neither.
Because like I'm like hyper protective, right? Like I'll see some shit like, well, you know, like for instance, like, oh, well, Jess treats Joe like shit and blah blah blah, or like Gio like farts too loud and blah blah blah. Like, and I know all the real shit that I almost like. I just want to put it out there and just be like, man,
did you
fuck
fucking know?
Yeah, right. Or like some shit we went through with another YouTuber, and I know all the inside secrets and all the whatever actually happened. And there are times where I just like, I look at my computer, I'm like, man, if I can fuck shit up right now.
I just picture you grabbing like the old school monitor. You
don't even know.
I try to defend you online, but I go to write it and you've already written it. So I'm like, okay, she's got it. Okay, I'm gonna go look somewhere else. And you do a way better job than I would have, because I would have been like, hey, you stop it, fuck off.
Because I hate the whole like, well, you're a public figure, so you can't say anything. Fuck you, I'm gonna say everything.
Yeah,
you know?
you do.
Because like when I can't sleep, when my insomnia kicks in really bad and I ain't got shit to do at night, that's when I just go off.
I love it. Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, and then it's just, and there are just times where like I see some shit, I'm like, God, you guys are so fucking stupid, you know? And then like, but I always make, like, I balance it out. Like I can't be negative all the time. I try to balance it out. So whenever there's like a good comment, I respond, or some, like I get messages that are like really sweet, so I go and I like all their
You're
photos.
good. No, you're really good online.
I really try. And then like the more I see it, I'm just like, man, I would never be able to be like a politician.
No, definitely not.
Or like a pageant queen or anything that requires me to have a good image. I'm like, man, I would fuck shit up all the time. Like it would be
good
so bad.
images are hard to keep up. I think.
Yeah, right? Like imagine if I just changed my channel to a family friendly Disney channel.
Oh, I would absolutely never fucking watch it. I'm like,
Right?
this bitch is a liar.
Like you would be the first one to make a video to expose me. Like, man, look at this bitch's tweet.
I would watch it.
Not both would.
I would watch it just to see how many lies it takes to make it. I think it's actually really interesting.
We should make an experiment.
Yeah.
Take like the degenerate, like a degenerate of YouTube, and turn her into like a Disney family podcast, whatever.
Oh
shit,
my god, what a good experiment.
right? And just see how long it takes for me.
But you've already exposed yourself.
Yeah, I have.
Well, not too many
Yeah.
people listen to this one, so I think we're good.
Yeah, it's just a BeawCast.
Good thing we
It's
didn't say it on Hey Bitch. Yeah.
A lot of people would have seen it.
Okay, fine. We've reached that part of the podcast where we have. Oh, you smashed.
Smash my I put my hand here and then I smash into the glass.
Okay, well, I don't want to end it on that. Gina,
Yeah.
do you have any closing thoughts?
Or do you have any closing thoughts for your younger self? Because you've been through so much stuff, you know, and I'm sure you tried a lot of things and you traveled and you've had to find your own way every step of the way. Is there something that you would have told your maybe even 14-year-old self when it was at that pivotal moment where you're like this?
Yeah, actually. And I think a lot of people are going to go through this is no matter what you're going through, how hard you're crying in bed or whatever shit that you feel right now, just keep going. It'll get better. It always will. Like the only place you can go from rock bottom is back up, you know? So I've been through like fucking hell and I just, you know, bit the bullet and just kept on going with it, and it always gets better. There's always something that's going to get better, you know, like every door that closes opens to something else, and one day every door that closes, hopefully you make enough to buy the whole building, you know?
Hey.
And also do not eat the ice or drink the water in the Philippines.
You had diarrhea.
Oh, dude, I was peeing out of my butt for like a week.
Shit.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. So that's what I would tell 14-year-old me. And that's like my
Nice.
favorite thing. It's like, hopefully, you know, like for all the doors that ever close, one day I'll buy the building.
That's
That's
tight.
You know?
tight.
Yeah.
I
fucking
love
sick.
you. Thank you for
I
being
love
on.
you too. Thanks for having me. Yay.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys check us out at Hey Bitch Podcast.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. So, special thank you to our sponsor, that's Skillshare. And remember that you guys are going to get 2 months off Skillshare for free. So just sign up and go to Skillshare.com/BEAW for 2 months free. And our sponsor, Circle, right now you can get your own Circle bottle plus 2 flavor cartridges for just $5 by going to drinkcircle.com/Bill. BEAW and use code BEAW, BEAW. And last thank you is to our sponsor Hellofresh. And remember, you guys are going to get $80 off your first month of Hellofresh. Just go to hellofresh.com/BEAW80. That's BEAW80 and enter code BEAW80, BEAW80. Trust me, you guys want to hit up all these companies. You're not going to regret it. And you're getting hooked up. So thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Gina. And thank you to you guys for constantly supporting us. We love you. See you guys next time.
And
Adios.
thank you to Ma Bear for being so hot. Adios.